So future markets right now are pretty much falling off a cliff, but I want you to always keep an eye on the big picture on what is really going on right now and what to expect. One of the worst mistakes that I made in my last 20 years of my trading career, and I don't do it anymore, is that we get so entrenched on what's happening right now in the futures markets. Lots of volatility, lots of movement, lots of things happening in the futures markets right now as I speak. I think Trump literally has just finished speaking over the last half an hour. And obviously future markets are going crazy on the downside, on the upside. Things are moving, things are happening right now. So I want to give you guys an update on what I see happening right now and what's going on. And then what we could possibly start to see out of these markets from here. So traders, make sure you grab access to that trading course on the screen right now. Free. It's a free trading course, guys. So that first thing in the description. Now more than ever, guys, you really need to learn how to trade the markets, okay? Not just guessing anymore. This market right now is not in any environment for just a bit of a guess. You really need some good strategies behind you to take advantage of this environment. Now, the reason why I'm saying I believe, again, we're on the cusp of a really, really, really big rally out of the markets. If we do see the markets, stock markets down quite a bit tomorrow opening up, I honestly believe we're getting very, very, very close to a bottoming in that markets. And one of the things that tells me about this is this fear and greed index. This fear and greed index, as you can see, look where we are right now. We're still at this extreme fear. We are getting ready for a face ripper rally. Now, yes, I stole that term from Tom Lee, but I honestly believe we're getting ready for that on a short-term level basis, meaning, over the next couple of months. And the reason why I'm saying that is looking at the fear and greed index, okay? Looking at the fear and greed index. And just a really, really, really simple concept is, if we see this here, look where we are right now, okay? And we never know exactly when the bottom's going to be in, especially where we are right now. Things are happening, right? Things are moving, things are grooving. But what we want to do is we want to step back, right? And not be so entrained in the short-term movement and so on and so forth, because if people are still getting really sucked into the fear, and we may have a bit more downside to come out of the markets, but this is one of the greatest buying opportunities we're going to see, I believe, this year. And if we look at the actual timeline, we can see that we're still down here. And if we do have another down day tomorrow, especially if it's a big down day, this fear and greed index is going to be down at 0. Big fat donut, right? Or actually not 0, it can't be at 0, but we're going to be down the most fear we've seen in a long time. What does that spell in the markets? It spells what? At least a really nice movement to the upside. And so remember, this is what the markets do, right? If you're long the markets, they will go against you, go against you, go against you, go against you, and then it's like the markets know your emotions. They will keep going down until you can't handle anymore. Then you get out. I can't handle anymore, and you get out of your long positions. That's the bottom of the markets, right? Or the flip side. The flip side is when the market goes down, it goes down, it goes down, it goes down, and you're like, that's it, I can't handle anymore. I've got to go short. I'm missing out on the big crash. FOMO. And that be the bottom in the markets, right? So there's both sides of the coin here. How do you counteract that? Step back, right? Don't try and force things, especially right now in the marketplace. No trying to force things. Be patient and wait for some good opportunities. Actually, I believe there's some amazing opportunities right now underneath our feet, but you need to be patient with those opportunities, right? It's probably going to take a couple of months for those things to really unfold into some nicely good movement out of the markets, but we just need to be patient from there, okay? So that's what I'm seeing from there. If we actually go look at the actual markets itself, let me actually bring this chart up here. This is obviously the futures markets here. Now, I'm looking at, let me bring this up to here. Right, so actually let me bring this, I'll bring this down to here. Right, so this is the hourly chart on the Dow. right? We can see what's happening after market hours. A bit of volatility, a lot of volatility going on through here. Same for the Nasdaq, a big drop to the downside on the Nasdaq as well too. Again, this is after market hours, and same for the Russell. Russell's got absolutely just crushed as of late. And then we got the S&P 500, same sort of thing, right? Rolled over through here, and then we have a really big drop on the downside on the futures markets here, right? So we're getting a lot of future markets, a lot of the futures markets getting crushed right now. See, this is the short-term picture, okay? And the reason why I'm bringing this up to you here is because if we now go and have a look at the actual cash market, what does that actually mean for the cash market? And what does that actually mean going on? I believe this is going to be, if this is a down day tomorrow, I believe we've just found the bottom. I really honestly believe that. Again, you never know what's going to happen here, right? But if we have a down day, if this is the S&P 500, if we get something like this tomorrow, guess what's probably going to come from it? A big, absolutely just smack you in the face. See you later, alligator, to the upside, right? Nasdaq, it's already broke its low. So if we have a bit more downside to come, we may have something like this, and we may get even maybe 1 or 2 days, right? But I wouldn't want to be going short down the bottom here, guys, right? I would not want to be going short down the bottom here. Actually, this is the worst time to be going short right now. We've already gone down a lot, so there's a good probability we're going to start to get that swinging motion soon. So if we've got something like this here, we're probably going to get something like that real soon. So this is the short-term initial reaction out of what Trumpy said, which is the first reaction. The delayed reaction is supersonic face ripper, as Tom Lee says. Here we go, move it to the upside, right? And that's the reason why I've been calling this for the upside here. I can just see like, nah, I don't buy this. This is a good opportunity right now. And the same for the Dow Jones. If the Dow Jones has a bit of a down day tomorrow, how did the Dow Jones look for? Can I do that? No. Okay. Right, and then we have the Dow Jones here as well too, right? So we have that through there. So again, guys, I wouldn't be too worried about this level here. Futures market's getting crushed. Get ready for a really big move to come. Do not be getting sucked in by this movement on the downside, guys. Remember, the worst time to be getting in any position is after it's already made a big move. Okay, so with that being said, if the market has already gone up a lot, do not be going long up here, right, guys? It's the worst time to be going long. Like gold. I know you guys... right? Gold is going to have its day soon, guys, okay? I don't know when, and you guys are having a field day in the chat box about me saying, oh, John, you got it wrong. Here we go. Gold's going up, okay? Again, what you want to be doing, traders, okay? If you want to be around in long term, you want to be around long term for the next 5-10 years, longer, right? You want to be utilizing things that give you a bit of a high probability. And now what am I talking about here? I'm saying if you are not in gold right now, this is the absolute worst time to be looking at the last couple of weeks here. This is the worst time to be looking for a long signal. I guarantee if you did this here 10 times, you'd be getting smacked in the face at least 7 times. So you'd be 30% right. That's what I'm saying through here, all right, guys? Is that what is the probability of your thing working out? And if there's more in yes and no, and yeah, we're seeing another move to the upside here, but guys, gold is about to see one of the, not a face ripper rally, a face rip you up drop when it comes to the gold market from there. So that's the gold market there, guys, and silver market's pretty much doing nothing as well too from there. So tell you right now, one of the best things right now, guys, is that I was talking with my coaching clients today, and if you'd like to get access to that, then that's where I'm actually coaching you every single week. I've been training the markets now for 20 years. I do really well as a trader. I show you my real equity curve for all of 2024. If you go to Get John's Help, I show you my equity curve. I'm 100% transparent about what I do and my results. And you'll be able to see my account and so on and so forth. I show you everything, okay? If you do need some help, guys, right? And you do need someone who's been, a bit of a man who's been around this market now for the last 20 years and understand what's happening now, so you can navigate this here. Go fill out that application form, guys, and I'll personally have a chat with you, and we'll go from there. But the whole thing about, what's going on right now is that I was talking to my private clients today, and I'm like, the number one thing right now is patience, right? Patience, and not trying to force things. These last 3 months, guys, if you are forcing things, this is a really difficult, hard time to trade, and you really need to have a high discipline approach and a high not forcing approach. The number one thing I can say right now, guys, is that it's okay not to trade, and it's okay not to trade for many, many, many weeks at a time. Do not try to be forced things right now, because if you do try to force things and you try to rush it without some really good clear opportunities, you're not going to get a face ripper rally like I see in the stock market. You're probably going to get what's coming in gold, and that's a face rip you off.